Hi everyone, it is Echo Music and I am back for another 911 Lone Star episode review. Today we're going to be talking about episode 416 titled A House Divided. So let's get started.
Butch. Come on, buddy. Wake up, buddy.
All right, Grace, he's in.
Okay, good. Do you have a pulse?
I'm checking.
How cold's the water?
It's lukewarm.
Okay, yeah, it's not cold enough.
I think he stopped breathing.
Grace, he's lost pulse.
Okay, we gotta start CPR.
Either of you know CPR?
Yeah, I do.
All right. Start compressions right now.
Officer Reyes, can you tell me what's going on? Officer Reyes, you copy?
Come on, buddy. Come on.
Watch out.
Gracie! Mom? Oh, baby, I thought I lost you. I'm sorry I hid. I didn't want to leave.
So you hid in the wardrobe?
Oh my gosh, my homeboy Carlos got his very own rescue. I can't even tell you how excited I was to see this. And Carlos, he was not only able to just locate the missing child, but he was able to save him from a heat stroke with his quick thinking skills. I mean, that was so smart for Carlos to use that lemonade. Carlos, my man, you are a hero, and I need to see more of Carlos' solo rescues in the future. So take notes, Lone Star, for next season.
Everybody back up.
I'm in there.
Tommy, we gotta get out of here. There's no time for this. What are we doing?
We're gonna need more than a Halligan.
We gotta go. We don't have time for this. Come on. We gotta go. What are you gonna have a field amputation?
Yes. If I leave him here, he dies.
How long does that take?
Takes as long as it takes.
Move.
So this episode also saw Judd and Tommy get into a pretty heated argument. Tommy disregarded a direct order from Judd, the incident commander, to evacuate because she didn't want to leave the patient. This put Tommy and Judd in danger. And I can see both of the sides of the argument here, and so I wasn't really able to pick a side. I mean, Tommy was trying to save a patient, and Judd was trying to keep Tommy safe. So at the end of the day, I think they both had good arguments to make.
Fair point, but he didn't have to turn around and report us to the Gestapo, Paul.
Or what did you just call my girlfriend?
Fill in the blanks.
Ain't nobody talking to you, Nancy.
Really?
It was a bitch move, y'all know it, and nobody died.
Apart from the worker that you guys didn't save.
Was that really where you want to go, Marshall?
Hey! Knock it off!
All right, this house may have two teams, but we are one family. Act like it. Am I clear?
Yeah, I got it.
Cap.
Hey, fire. Captain Vega just asked you a question.
Yeah, clear.
Understood.
Got it.
So not only does this create a rift between Judd and Grace versus Tommy and Trevor, but it also creates a rift between the two teams at the firehouse. So I'm not gonna lie, and I wasn't a huge fan of all this fighting and yelling. I mean, at parts it got kind of funny, but a big reason why I love the 911 universe so much is because when they do have an argument, they talk it out. Unlike many other shows I've seen. However, this episode didn't do that until Tommy stepped in. I think Tommy's message was vital, and that is what made the storyline for me. At the end of the day, the 126 is a family. Families fight, but they are there for one cause, to protect the city of Austin. And that's what they have to remember. This all sets up a shocking twist that comes next, which is going to create a storyline for Judd in the finale. So let's watch this twist.
Dispatch said the driver was trying to make a turn when he clipped the cyclist who went over the hood, bike and all.
All right, get the backboard, the seat collar, and the head blocks. Let's go. Paramedic coming through. Quiet.
Excuse us.
All right, honey, we're gonna get you through this, all right? All right, TK, start a line, run it wide open. TK? Yeah?
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Nancy, Radio West Park, tell them that have a neurosurgeon standing by.
Copy.
All right, just stay with us, Wyatt.
Yeah, I did not see that coming. So Wyatt ends up getting into a pretty serious bike accident and needs to have surgery. What was really beautiful was actually the scene after with Judd and Tommy. You see Tommy really put her differences aside to be there for Judd during this difficult time. Because at the end of the day, they are family. and they will be there to support each other on their worst of days. That was a really beautiful thing to see, and now I just hope that Wyatt can make it out alive.
Dad, I'm about to get married.
Yeah, I know.
Should I postpone it? Do I call it off?
No. You're not going to postpone anything. You're just going to move forward with your life.
Dad, I can't marry Carlos knowing that I have a death sentence hanging over my head.
Son, we all have a death sentence hanging over our heads. Listen, I just got tested. I'll have the results in 48 hours.
And if you're clear,
then you're good.
You know, you could have just waited for a negative result and just kept it to yourself.
Son, when it comes to you, I am done hiding things. Because the truth of it is, I need you as much as you need me.
So another storyline we had this episode was between Owen and TK. So last episode, it was discovered that Robert, Owen's brother, has Huntington's disease, which is hereditary. This could mean that Owen and TK could have the gene. Here we see Owen tell TK about the possibility of having Huntington's. First of all, I just knew that TK would be worried about going through with the wedding for Carlos's sake. But Owen is right though, we do all have a death sentence. You know, Carlos and TK, they are first responders and could get killed in the line of duty. No one knows when death may come knocking, so TK just needs to keep on living. Secondly, I love this scene because we saw some character development in Owen. He didn't hide this like he hid his cancer. And I know I've been saying time and time again that I wanted to see some development and change in Owen, and I was super happy that I finally got it.
Then I'll just have to introduce myself to you every day. I'll say hi. You're TK. I'm Carlos. And we're soulmates.
Soulmate? I've never heard you say that before.
It's true.
How long have you thought that?
Since the first night I took you home.
Me too. What?
You're such a liar. You couldn't get out of there fast enough.
Why do you think I ran?
Well, I'm not running, TK. I'm right here. No matter what, baby.
So this scene was my favorite scene of the entire episode and possibly one of my favorite Carlos scenes to date. It had me a crying mess. This was beautifully done, and Ronan and Raphael did an incredible job portraying the emotions of the scene. Really, at the end of the day, the scene came down to love. You saw TK's love when it came to him not wanting to take Carlos down with him. And you saw Carlos's love when there was never any doubt in his mind that he wouldn't be there for him. My favorite line of the scene was when Carlos told TK that if TK can't remember who he is, he would just introduce himself to him every day. Carlos would say, "Hi, you're TK, I'm Carlos, and we're soulmates." Okay, so who is writing lines for Carlos this season? Because that line from episode 4 of this season, this line, and then in the promo, we got to hear some of his lines from his vows. I mean, these lines are like next level, so mad props to the writers for these lines. I'm obsessed. And anyways, at the end of the day, Carlos and TK are soulmates, and they're going to be there for each other in anything that life throws at them. They are endgame.
And I am negative for the Huntington's gene, which means you are too. I'm so relieved, Dad.
Yeah, me too. Listen.
You guys should celebrate.
You too.
I am. Robert's having a little barbecue for me for my last night here.
Okay, well, tell everybody that we've never met before, that we love them, and I'm gonna pick you up at the airport tomorrow, 2:30, right?
I'll see you then.
Good. I feel like we just got a second lease on life.
Oh, the relief that Owen has tested negative. They truly did get a second lease at life, and I hope that TK and Carlos and even Owen truly live it to its fullest. That they never take anything for granted, but truly appreciate everything life has to offer. I think this was a beautiful storyline to give TK and Owen. I know there are so many people that might be faced with the possibility of a terminal illness, And I can't imagine how terrifying that would be. So they did a great job at portraying the emotions of this. And this negative results also leads into a storyline that Owen will have to deal with in the season finale. At the end of the episode, we see Robert ask Owen to help him die after TK's wedding. So I'm assuming this means he wants death with dignity. However, I don't know if that's exactly legal in Texas, which is where Robert wants to stay after the wedding. So I'm just going to be completely honest with my opinion on this. I'm all for the death with dignity if you are faced with a terminal illness and close to the point where living would be in agony. However, when it comes to Robert, I don't think he is there yet. I think this is his way of giving his family an out, but I truly believe that he could have many more beautiful years with his family. My research on Huntington's has shown me that it can take like 10 to 30 years for it to progress. And last I knew, Robert was newly diagnosed, so he could have much more time left to spend with his family. So I really hope that in the next episode, Owen is able to convince him not to go through with this plan that he has. So this was a really great episode. It had some shocking twists, some very emotional parts. However, I did not place this in my top 5 because I wasn't a huge fan of the fight and arguments that were going on. However, I still very much enjoyed this episode. So again, I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what you thought about the episode. And I can't believe it, next week is the season finale of Lone Star. So I have a feeling my review is going to be taking place in like a couple different parts. So stay tuned.